Alright, go on and create a new composition and name it. The first thing that I'm going to do is set up my background, so just come up to the top here, layer, new solid. Then jump over to effects and presets and type in gradient ramp. Just here, I'm going to select this and drag it onto my layer. So the colors that I'm going to do, I'm going to change the start color to 621DFF and the end color to FF229A. Then I want to create the background cutout that we had this zigzag scrolling across. So to do this, we are going to create a new solid again, change it to black, press OK. I'm going to call this sky cutout. Press OK. And in effects and presets, we want to type in line sweep. So we want this CC line sweep. We're going to drop it onto our layer. And we can just come here and change this slant to 51.6. So we can't see anything right now, and this is because we are going to keyframe our completion. So if we come into the effects, we're just going to click on this stopwatch, and we can keep the first keyframe at 0, and then we're going to come about just before 1 second, and we're going to change the number to 100. So if we look here, we can see that we've got this zigzag coming across. I want to make this loop throughout my whole composition. First, I'm just going to select this keyframe, right click on it and go toggle hold keyframe. And I'm going to select both keyframes again, press Ctrl C, come right at 1 second and press Ctrl V. That toggle keyframe is going to make it go back to the beginning and start again rather than like reversing back. So if I press play, we can see that we have a loop, but it stops. So to make this loop across our entire composition, we're going to hold Alt on our stopwatch and type in an expression, loop out. We can see our expression down here. This is telling us what we should type in. And you just click off. It is case sensitive. But now when I play through, we can see that it just carries on all the way to the end of the composition. So that's good, but I actually want to flip this around. I want to see my pink gradient on this side. So what I'm going to do that is go down to mode and change this to stencil alpha. And I also want to just make this a little bit blurry, so I'm going to come to effects and presets, type in fast blur, and I'm going to grab this CC radial fast blur and drop it onto our layer and change the amount to 65. And this is what we have so far. Okay, I'm going to put some stars on this now, so let's go up layer, new solid. It has to be white. Name this stars, press OK, and in our effects and presets we want to type in star, and we're going to grab this CC starburst and drop it on. Change the scatter to 450, the speed to 0.01, and change the size to 70. Alright, we're going to add our text now. So come up here, grab our font, grab our text tool and type in our text. To center it, we can just come to this align tab and just press these middle and middle buttons here. And this is already set up with the font that I want, but this is the font that I am using, the bold font, size 200. This is the color 84FF00. And if you are using the same one, just note that I have got these sizes. The height is set to 120 and the width is on 140. Now I want to give it a drop shadow. I'm going to have a blue drop shadow. So if I right click here and go layer styles and click drop shadow and just pull this up here, change the blend mode to normal, change the opacity to 100, and we're going to make the color 002AFF. Change the angle to -9, the distance to 19, and the size to 10. And I'm just going to add quite a few effects to this text to just make it a little bit grungier, look like it's flickering a little bit. So if we go to effects and presets, the first one I'm going to add is a fast blur. Grab the CC Radial Fast Blur and drop it onto our text. I'm going to keep the amount at 50 and change this to brightest. Then I'm going to add a directional blur. Drop it onto our text. Make the direction 90 and the blur length 25. Next we are going to add a wave warp. Drop this on. We're going to change the height to 2, the width to 10, and we're just going to make this direction 0. And we can see there's a tiny bit of movement on our text now. Okay, so we're just going to come back here and type in warp, drop this effect onto our text, and we want to keyframe this. So if we come down into our layer, put a keyframe right here, and we're going to change this number to 0. Then we're going to come over to 1, type in 11, come over to 2, type in 0, and come over to 3 and type in -11. So if we play this through, we can see it goes through and then it stops again. So to fix this once more, we are going to hold down Alt, and in our expression tab we are going to type in loop out, open and close brackets, and we can see that it's going to continue playing through beyond the keyframes. Okay, we want to create a new adjustment layer now, and we are going to give it that old school TV look. I'm just going to rename this to TV look. Then come over to effects and presets and start typing in Venetian, and we can grab this effect right here and drop it onto our adjustment layer. We're going to make the transition completion 7, the direction 90, and the width 7 as well. Then just come to mode and change that to overlay. On the top of this layer, I'm now going to create the glitch effect like the old TVs. So we're going to come to layer, new solid, call this one glitch, and we're going to go into effects and presets and grab the turbulent noise effect. That's this one right here. We're going to click on this, drag it onto our layer. Change the fractal type to turbulent sharp. Then in noise type, we're going to choose block. Make the contrast 469 and the brightness -161. Then we want to come into transform, and we are going to drop down scale and unlink uniform scaling, and we're going to bring the width all the way up to 1000 and change the scale height to 16. Then we want to change the complexity to 16.4, and we want to add some movement onto this, so we're going to hold down Alt on this evolution, and in this expression box we're going to type time times 300. Click off. So when we play through, we can see there's this awesome looking TV glitch. Okay, so we need to invert this, and when we click this, it's not going to do what we want it to do. So don't click invert here. We're going to go to effects and presets and type in invert and drop this onto our glitch layer. And you can see that it's inverted, so now the lines are white and the background is black. Now we are just going to turn this off down here for now, and we're going to create a new solid and call this gradient overlay and press OK. And we're going to come back to effects and presets and type in gradient, drop this gradient ramp onto our layer, and we're going to change the black color to 0024FF, press OK, and we're going to change the white color to 00FF24, press OK. And we're going to change the track matte of this layer to glitch, and we're going to change this to Luma matte. And now when we play through, we've got these little glitches showing up with the blue and the green color. I also just want to do one more thing. I'm not loving the way that these lines look, so I'm just going to go back to this TV glitch, and I think I'm going to change this to about 8 and I'm going to change the feather to 0.5. That's just going to lessen that overall look, make it not quite so dark. That is it for today, everyone. Make sure to like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. I make After Effects tutorials on this channel, and make sure to check out this video because this is the one YouTube thinks that you should watch next. See you in the next one. Bye!